Um, I don't know if I'm recording. Oops. Okay. Well, I am apparently. So on my other phone, I have it set so the ball that tells me how long I'm recording and stuff stays on the screen. And I forgot that on this phone it's turned off, so I can't even tell if I'm streaming or sorry, recording, which means that I have to literally do all this to stop the recording, but whatever. I'm playing Magic on my phone because I want to do my daily, and I figured I'd record it just in case something good happens. Um, green black. I have to use green black spells. I'm gonna play ranked standard. This deck isn't very good, so it's actually pretty bad, but whatever. It's the only green black deck I have anymore. In fact, at one point, I actually had a bunch of good decks, and then I figured, you know what, I want to start fresh. But I was planning on keeping very specific decks, but instead of keeping the decks, I deleted the wrong ones. And so then I was like, you know what, fuck this, and I deleted all of my decks. But yeah, I originally did not mean to delete a lot of the decks that I ended up deleting. I deleted the wrong ones. I meant to keep my historic decks and delete my brawl decks, but I didn't have them were named properly. So I ended up deleting my standard and historic decks, and I kept the brawl decks. So then I was like, fuck it, I just delete everything. Like for example, my green white angel. My green white angel deck I ended up accidentally getting rid of. I missed that deck too. I tried to remake it, but I couldn't remember how I made it the first time, and didn't work out. In fact, I think I made a worse version of that. I also had a green-white poison deck, and I made that wrong. Like, I fucked up when I made that. Because it's not the same as it was before. I made it worse. Alright, I'm just going to surrender this match. Got so many blacks, and I'm not getting black mana. I don't care if I'm going to surrender and rank. It's fine. Like, ever since the seasonal reset, I'm not really caring too much on that shit. You know what? Let me go back to this. I have to get black and green done, but I don't want to fucking do with that deck. I need to get rid of that deck and start over. But I'm gonna do this deck instead. I actually like this one a lot. This is my elf deck. It's my first time making it, I think, but I actually enjoy how it turned out. I think it turned out decent, and I enjoy using it against certain people that I know. The whole point of it basically is just a bunch of elves, and it bounces off of each other. I don't remember if there's other things besides elves. I think it's only elves, but I could be wrong. Now, what do you do? At the beginning of each player's draw step, if Howling is untapped, that player draws an additional card. Okay. I mean, thanks. I'll take it. Is there a reason why he'd be able to tap that? Oh, I see. That's why he has it. It's so he can draw a bunch of cards. Is it on all blue deck, or is there more to it? I'm curious. Um. Okay. I'm obviously not going to do much damage, but that's fine. I think it is a blue-white deck. Maybe it's a blue-white-black? I don't know. Whenever opponents, that player may pay 2. If they don't, you create a token. Decline. Decline. Is it this one? It's that one. We're gonna get rid of that one. I already forgot which card it was. Okay, it was this one. He has no card. He has all of his lands tapped, so he can't counter it. Okay, that's what he's doing. Again, no, he has nothing he can tap. How can he draw X card? Oh, I forgot. The 2 things I gave him. That's fine though. Okay, well it's gone now anyways. There we go. And I win. Okay, cool. He didn't summon a single damn creature. I don't know what his plan was, but I was expecting something like Second Sun. He'd be, that's the whole point of him drawing, was to draw Second Sun, but I don't know. Alright, whatever. Alright, let's see how this one's gonna turn out. I'll keep this hand. Which means on my second turn I can probably get this thing out. Or try to at least, damn. Are they using an a burn deck? Is that what's going on? Okay, I guess not. Damn, am I actually gonna win this one too? What the fuck? Okay, they exiled it. That's fine. I had the volume turned down a bit more than I meant to. 200. Yeah, he basically had 250 cards in his deck. What the fuck? Obviously, I had more than 60, but still. I kind of want this one more. I'm going to keep those otherwise. Just 1 damage, but fuck it. Damn, really? The 2 cards? Really? You're gonna be an asshole like that? Yeah, you just stole my shit that I had. I was really hoping to keep them too. Oh, what was that card that he even used? Okay, that's not the one I'm thinking of. Okay. Excuse me. It's okay, you gonna block? If you block, you're dead. Yep, good game. It's like, even if you blocked, he still would be dead because I have trample. Nice. I think maybe this next match I might be able to get my thing finished. And if that is the case, I would also probably get a rank up because of, gold. I'm almost gonna rank up soon. Master of Chairs. That's such a... Okay. I was gonna say weird name, but... Yeah, I think I'm gonna mulligan this time. Yep, and then I'm gonna go and... Sorry for coughing. I'm gonna keep, and then I'm gonna put this one away. The cat can hear me talk, so she's meowing. Sorry that I'm coughing. I've had a cold for over a month now at this point. Like, since the beginning of December. I'm sorry that I'm sorry. Ugh. It's funny, I wasn't coughing earlier, then all of a sudden now I'm coughing. I should probably take some medicine, but I'm gonna wait until this match. Or actually, I'll just wait till after the whole game. Ooh, what's this? Okay. He doesn't even realize he actually helped me out by doing that. So he's using a green-blue deck, it looks like. I actually have a green-blue deck. The difference between mine, though, is that I have it being all merfolk, and it looks like they're mixing up with a bunch of stuff. I was gonna say, the good news is I actually benefit from them blocking, or sorry, them attacking, because, you know, this shit is going to keep going in every time they decide to block, or they decide to attack. Trample, whenever this creature, I'm trying to reach it. Okay, it's news. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage during your turn, you put that many +1/+1 counters. Okay. Are you? No, you're not. I was saving it, but obviously they don't have any artifacts or enchantments, so it's just whatever. And I'm going to save this guy for when he attacks me with a 7/7. Damn, excuse me. There's a mouse, by the way. We've had a mouse as a visitor for a while. Give me a second. I have to use my flashlight to see if I can see it, because I can hear it. Oh, yeah. I could hear it pitter-pattering somewhere and moving something around, and, you know, sure enough. Yeah, let's not block. Now, obviously I lost this match, which is unfortunate, but at least I got my one thing completed. So yeah, even if it turns out I don't get to rank up, I at least got my daily done, which was the whole original point. Alright, obviously everything I have is dead, and I'm going to lose. As soon as all of my shit gets destroyed, I am going to surrender, which is whatever, but... yeah, I have a merfolk deck that it's green-blue. Definitely plays similar to their deck, but it's an all merfolk deck. It's a merfolk deck where I make a bunch of tokens, and then I basically, you know, the merfolks do something. They have landfall. Every time a creature comes out, something happens. Every time a land comes out, something happens. And it helps me create an army. So I say similar in the sense that they're making a bunch of armies, and they're doing that too. So it's very similar. Only difference is mine is for brawl, not historic or, you know, whatever. Okay, I was gonna wait for them to destroy my shit so they could at least get some stuff from it. But I wasn't going to stay any longer than that because I just want to get off my throat. Damn. But, the deck I have, though, here, I'll pull it up real quick. Yep, I got it done. Thank you. Alright, let me show you my decks real quick. This is what I have right now. Because, again, I had to start over on all of my decks. So, there are... I think 2 decks that three decks I originally had that I actually tried to bring back technically 4 decks, my bad. But there are 4 decks oh my god. Here, I'll just go off and tell you the ones I tried to bring back, but just weren't successful. Sorry. GW Angel Brawl 2.0. Or, sorry, just in general, Angel deck. It's Brawl only. I decided to do this with the naming so I don't fuck up again and accidentally delete the wrong deck. So I have the name Brawl and what color they are in the title. Now, I ended up realizing, oh, wait, there's fucking icons on the damn decks. Why do I need to go and put the GW? Green, white. Well, I don't need to, but I'm doing it anyways just in case. Next, the next deck that I made where I originally had it on my old account, or originally whatever my old decks, was this one. My black and blue fairy deck. This one I actually feel like I improved. It plays differently than my original black and blue deck. It doesn't play the same, but in a lot of areas of where my old deck lacked, I improved with this deck. Now, obviously, at the same time, again, it plays differently. And there are definitely, areas that need to be improved in this deck, but it is what it is. Green-white toxic deck. Definitely does not play the same as my old deck. There are definitely areas that this deck needs to be improved on. I feel like my old original green-white deck of toxic was way better than this one. It did not turn out how I had hoped. My green-white brawl deck. So, if you look at 2.0, that's actually what originally my commander was. Of my original deck, this was the commander. So when I tried to remake it, I actually originally tried to remake this deck with this as my commander, and it did not work how I had wanted. It was a very poor decision on my part. Yeah, save and exit. Okay. And then, I ended up realizing I fucked up. It did not play the same way. It did not work how I had hoped. So, yeah. Johnny Historic is another deck that I made that was based off of an older deck that I had. Again, did not work how I had hoped. The original deck that I had worked way better than this deck. It was very, very bad. It did not work well at all. Green and blue Merfolk deck. Brawl. Same commander as what it was originally, but it plays differently than what I originally had. But not too much. I made some changes to this deck based on how I had it originally, but it still plays very similar, just also different. I don't know. Like, it depends on what I draw. If I draw a lot of my older cards that were in my older deck, then cool. It's the same deck pretty much as what it was before. But then if I draw some of the newer shit that weren't in my old version of the deck, it plays differently. It just depends. So it's like, at this point, it's just a matter of whatever I draw, it plays differently or not. So yeah. The next deck that I made that was based off of an older deck that I accidentally deleted, Red and Blue Izzet, which I feel like I actually improved this deck a lot. The main commander obviously is the thing that you see on the front. The next deck is this. Originally, I had a black and white vampire deck, but it was historic. I never had a brawl one, and so I tried making a brawl version, and it did not work out at all how I had hoped. I actually want to delete this entire deck, and then just go back and redo my black and white historic deck, because fuck that deck. This deck is just gross. Now, this deck This deck is actually a. It's meant to be only used for friend matches. It is not meant to be used in actual Brawl because of the deck size. Also, why does it say 40 cards? It's not. There we go. I don't know why it automatically changed that. Whatever. This is my commander. I had another red deck that did the same thing. Before, I accidentally deleted it. And that commander was something different. It was this card. This was originally my commander. But I changed it. Now, I might decide to change it again. And make this card the commander again. I've been thinking about it. So the person that I originally used this deck against, he actually says that this one was his, this card right here was the card, he struggled against the most to fight, in matches. But, I've been using this card, and, I've been, once I've gotten used to this card, I've been doing well with it. It's obviously when I first started using this card, I didn't know how to all really do to benefit him to the most. And then I found ways to make him the most useful, and I've been winning a lot more matches now than I did before with him in it against him. An example was, I can't remember what the card was, but I could destroy all. It's when my enemy, my person that I play with for friend matches, whenever he activates a destroy all creature spell, I activate the discard 2 cards, put indestructible counter on this card. And I did that once, and this guy was the last one to survive. And it actually ended up making him surrender the match, because it means that next turn, this card would have attacked, and he would have died. So, and he had nothing that he could have protected himself with. So, I didn't do any changes to the... Oh, I did. I changed the format. Yep, I know. It wasn't ever supposed to be friendly Brawl. It was supposed to be Brawl, but whatever. But anyways, yeah. So that's that deck. Now, this is the only deck right here, my red and green Human Brawl deck. This is the only deck that I made that I didn't originally make, that I didn't delete. But I made this myself. This is the commander. This deck actually does a lot better than I expected. Now, obviously, there are matches where it doesn't work how I had hoped, but it still does very well commander-wise, as a deck. I didn't expect it to do as well as it did. It was just for fun originally, just for shits and giggles, and then it actually turned out to be an actual good deck. So I'm glad I made this deck. It's all cheap costed. You can get down to the very bottom. The most expensive is going to be this shit. In fact, speaking of expensive, I didn't mean to do that. God damn it. I hate that. I'm trying to scroll and it randomly does that shit. I don't know what that tricolor deck is, or any of these other ones, but whatever. Where is that? This one right here. So this is my green-black SSR standard. Now, what is that? Snake, Spider, Rat. Yeah, this is a Snake, Spider, Rat deck. And it's meant for standard. Now, I do regret putting all of these, deserts in here, but I have a card that benefits from deserts, so that's why I did it. I am actually thinking about getting rid of it, though. I'm actually thinking about getting rid of my deserts, because... And then the card also that benefits from deserts, which is this one. Yeah. These two are the only expensive cards in here. Everything else is just like 1 5 cost, a few 4 costs, and then everything is like 3 cost, 2 cost. I have a few 1 costs, like, but there's not very many expensive things in this deck, which is why I wanted to show you the deck. It's just like I'm surprised when I made this deck how little high cost cards I was gonna put in it, because I have a tendency to put a bit too much high cost cards in my decks. But yeah, this one worked out. I'm gonna end this video off with a couple of card pack pulls because I did earn these. Okay, cool. Ooh, hello. I don't think I would ever use you, but cool. Ooh, and a mythic. I got a mythic and a rare. Embercleave. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each attacking creature you control. When Embercleave enters, attach it to target creature you control. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has double strike and trample. You know I'm using this shit. Hell fucking yeah. I know exactly what I'm going to be putting it in as well. Alright. So let's see what this one is. The final pack. Another detective that I'm not going to use, but still, that's cool. Okay. Alright, well, the first deck was definitely the first pack was a really good pack. That worked out great. Why are there so many fucking people on Twitch all of a sudden when I'm doing this shit? Whatever. But yeah, I'm going to upload this unedited, obviously, because I'm recording it on my phone. I can't really edit the video, so whatever. Alright, adios.